Okay, hopefully I can be heard right now because I don't want to talk louder than this, but I am going on my first solo trip. I'm going to Rome for 4 days, and then my friends are meeting me later. And I was telling Mike that I was so nervous to go on this trip by myself just because I've never done it before, and I was just nervous about lots of different things. And we're starting off this whole solo trip experience with a very delayed flight, and so I'm already just like, okay, let's see how this goes. I'm really trying to stay positive, but it's so hard. I was supposed to leave at 7 o'clock and I'm now leaving at midnight, and I'm not sure if my hostel will allow me to check in the middle of the night. I'll probably be checking in around 2 a.m. once I get through customs and get a taxi, because I'll have to get a taxi for sure. I don't think the trains are open. Instead of going out to see a friend and have dinner, I'm sitting on the floor of the airport in Thessaloniki and just trying to charge my phone, charge my portable battery. So it's a different night than I envisioned for myself. And I think I was telling Mike, in these situations, it is so much easier to have a second person with you because, I mean, for example, I had to find an outlet and there was no outlets by any of the seats or the chairs, and I didn't see many near any tables either, and so I'm sitting on the floor to charge my phone. And so getting up to go get food, if I need to get up, I have to bring all of my stuff with me, and then if I need to go to the bathroom, I need to bring all my stuff with me. So I think that's also the biggest perk to having a second person, is you can you're more free. So it's just something I didn't think about. Getting a taxi at 3 a.m. out of Chiampino was such a nightmare, so I ended up ordering an Uber, and that worked out just fine. So always order the Uber at 3 a.m., okay? I'm in my hostel right now, and it was a weird night, so I got up early. I'm getting ready to go out to my first museum of the day. Today is museum day. One of the things I researched before coming to Rome was their museums, and I saw that the first Sunday of every month they have free museum days, even if you're not a resident of the city. So I found this museum, the name, excuse my Italian, Boncompagni Ludovisi Decorative Art Museum. Okay, so this was like my top priority because it's all about fashion and the art of fashion. And so I had such a fun time just going through the house for like an hour and a half and just looking at all the beautiful clothing. I've been walking around Rome this morning, and I just love that there's so many parks here. It's so beautiful. November is my new favorite time to visit because it's so sunny, but it's just not so hot. The rest of the day, I was kind of just waiting for my friend Ian to wake up so that we could go see some museums together. So I walked to this garden that had this house/museum inside, looked at the art for a little bit, and just kind of waited around, had a nice morning to myself. Okay, so I finally met up with Ian at this point, and we decided to go to this museum called Palazzo Barberini. I really liked it. What do you think?
Art.
Trying to think of what movie was filmed here. It was filmed in this room. It was an action movie.
National Treasure.
No, it was an action movie, and I remember they were like running across something, and then they showed
the Italian Job.
I don't know.
You can sniff them out pretty well.
I don't know. Some people, like Angelina Jolie, has the sharpest jawline ever. A friend recommended this cafe near the Piazza Novana, so I got a coffee and a croissant and then wandered the area looking for pants that would fit my waist and my ass, but that didn't happen. but I did find free cheese. I ended up wandering with my food like a tourist before ending up in this really pretty square, I think near the Prati neighborhood. And I just made a mental note that I wanted to come back to it because I really enjoyed sitting there. Today my food tour was canceled. Actually, it's on tomorrow, but I decided just to wander today. And I'm on this side of the river. I've never been this far north and I don't know where to go, so I'm just walking around with this pizza. Pretty quickly, I realized with my solo travel time that I needed to plan a few things to do during my day and then leave space for wandering. But I found that I kept going back to the Borghese Gardens. It just felt like my home base, where I felt the most comfortable in Rome, and I'm pretty sure I went once a day during my solo portion of my trip, and then with all of my girlfriends the rest of the week we went once a day. So I realized, yep, this is the park that I'll always come back to.
All right, love you both so much. Or Wednesday, that's when you made up. I don't know, you've had a long time there by yourself.
I hope everything's going good in Italy. It's like the snowball effect. It's just like you're having like a more deeply satisfying life experience.
So this day was kind of just a free day for me. I ended up going to, I think, H&M and Zara just to see what they had. I wasn't used to shopping, but I wanted to pick up some athletic clothing before my food tour this evening. So we went in the Piazza Novana and we went to like 4 or 5 different locations. We tried a variety of meat. We had wine. I'm forgetting like the surprise, you know, the dough ball with like cheese inside, pizza, beer, kind of a lot of food. And I found this tour through Airbnb. I didn't really want anything crazy expensive, or I didn't want to sit down and, you know, have that experience. I wanted to go somewhere where I could walk around, and it ended up being really, really fun. I met a few couples from, well, one couple from the US and then one couple from France, and I kind of just bounced between each couple because I was by myself, and it was really fun. I really regret not getting their social media or their numbers or something just to keep in touch, because I really had a lot of fun with both of them, and I think that just made the tour way more enjoyable. So even though I was by myself, I just made friends and it was fine. And that's something that's so out of my comfort zone. I'm not really an extrovert at all. And so I think, you know, if I as an introvert can do this food tour and make friends and have a wonderful time by myself, then anyone can. But also being an introvert, I do have fun by myself. So I think all around it was really enjoyable. But also I was really wishing that Mike was with me so that he could try all of the amazing food. I just totally wrote down, I think I'll put the description below of all the spots that I went to on the food tour, but it's just not the same. Like having someone local bring you around, walk you through each of the stores and what you should get from each place, it is really nice. We ended up walking through like the Jewish ghetto area and trying the fried artichoke, which I would have never thought to get at all if I went by myself. So it was really helpful to have a local tour guide there, and it was really fun to walk around and I felt safe. And then the ice cream spot that they brought us to, it was so good. It was honestly the best ice cream I've ever had in my life. So I'm going to drop that place down below as well. And then one thing I was really nervous about was, okay, the food tour that I originally had booked the previous day, it was supposed to be like mid-morning, okay? I am not a city girl. I am scared walking around by myself at night. And so this was my first time being by myself in a city, and then this was going to be my first night being alone at night. And I just had no idea how safe Rome was. Like people were like, yeah, Rome's fine. But I just didn't feel it because I was scared of everything. So I looked up so if we're over by Trastevere, we needed to go to the Termini area where all the hostels were. And so I looked up the bus route and I was like, oh my gosh, the bus, this is crazy. And so it was really funny. It wasn't a big deal, honestly. And then after I did that, I felt so empowered and confident the rest of the trip. Like I was leading the girls everywhere with the most confidence. Okay, this is our Airbnb. I'm just waiting to check in, but I just love the street that it's on. It's so quiet, and it's just in the perfect area. Guys, we're here in the Airbnb. Let me show you this place. This is the doorway. Why is it doing that? Going up these stairs, you have the kitchen right here. Kitchen is so big and spacious. I cannot believe they also have a dishwasher. Wild. And from here, it kind of goes in a circle. So we have the first bedroom, bed, nice window. Then you slide this door and you lead back into the dining room. Leads back to the front doorway. But from the dining room, you have these stairs going all the way up into the loft, and I'm sleeping up there. So there's like one bed, like a queen / full-size bed in there. And then when you pass the kitchen, you go into the living room, and it is so big. And then you have a bathroom right here, the shower, you have a hallway that connects to the living room, and you have the first bedroom. And this is probably the master, with a bathroom, shower, doing laundry out there. And then you have another bedroom, full wardrobe, and another bathroom. Yeah, this place is really, really big. We obviously could sleep 2 people to a bed, but I'm gonna give them their own bedroom because I just really want them to enjoy their first time in Rome. And so I'm like, how cool would it be if you were like, yep, first time in Rome, and I have this full queen-sized master bedroom type of space. Yep, it's 4:30. They should have landed 5 minutes ago. They haven't texted me yet. I'm just waiting to hear back from them. I'm gonna make pasta, some wine, and then my friend Ian is coming over to say hi, and he's gonna bring a dessert. And we're just gonna hang out here. I know they're all really exhausted, so we're just gonna kind of have an early night in and then start the girls' trip. I'm so excited to see them. It's been a few months and it feels like forever. I have some wine. I honestly don't even know if this is gonna go with the pasta, but I just saw it and thought, let's go for it. I've been in the mood for a red. As it gets colder, I want red wine. But I cannot open this seal. How do you guys do this? I'm trying to figure it out, but it's not coming off. Like there's no tab to pull like there usually is.
Oh, the first thing was better.
Ian, what are your thoughts on Rome so far?
Yo, I think it's an amazing city. I saw it all in like a night.
Even though there's no zip line?
Yeah, I think
should
for
try
me,
this out.
I don't like walking around and looking at all this stuff. I want to do shit, so.
You don't, but you saw so many churches today. Why didn't you like walking around?
What?
Do you
Yeah.
consider church, like going to churches
No,
doing
that's not
things?
doing it. That's just looking at a bunch of stuff. Art was cool, but I feel like once you've seen one, you kind of seen it all. Because
Okay.
they're all the same. What I mean by doing things, like I want to go to the coast, I want to jet ski, find some mountains in the countryside. That's what I'm about. The city, I'm done. I'm done.
Okay. Dude, there's so much to see in Rome though. You didn't even go on the food tour.
Dude, I went to the same sandwich shop 3 times.
I could never.
This sandwich shop
The
is
morning,
so good.
okay, there was a morning when Ian was like, oh my gosh, my mouth is purple. He was like, I'm going to McDonald's for breakfast. And I was like, nope, I'm going to La Fenice. And he was like,
Fuck,
that's
too far.
too far.
Far, yo. I didn't even go to McDonald's though.
Yeah.
I went to this one restaurant and they had a special and it was the swordfish.
For like tuna? So like
It's
tuna.
like fish. I don't know. Tastes like,
It's like
tastes like tilapia fish.
tilapia. That's pretty good. Maybe I should just go down there. Come with me. Oh, good. I was like, did they get the buzz? Follow your location, and when you were in the metro, it wasn't showing your updated location, and so I was like, wrong way. I was like, did they go somewhere else? Okay. You're here. But I'm so glad you made it.
Oh, don't die. Hello. Hi, I'm Julia. Hi, Julia. I'm Ian.
Nice to meet you. Ian, how
Hi, Bailey.
about
I've seen them.
You've never religiously watched into a post videos.
How many people actually get to see it under construction like this? Not very many, so this is special. What do you guys think?
I'm speechless.
No words. No words. You're disappointed?
10 out of 10. Recommend.
Definitely recommend. Picasso. Do it. Okay, I would argue as Americans, going to McDonald's in a different country is a cultural experience that we wanted to have. So we actually don't go very often back in the States, maybe for some soda, but that's it. Because there's better options out there. But this was so fresh. I was blown away. I looked at my egg sandwich and was like, wait, what? They actually use real eggs. It's not from a carton. So it was healthy. It was great. I love this song. Oh, Monsieur. She's playing ABBA. I should really give her a coin because I haven't listened to her. I gave her a couple of coins.
Was made up of this brotherhood of man. I am tonight. I am feeling a little confused. Wake in the morning and I step out at night and I try to get up there.
Jazz hands. We made it. Pistachio, eggnog, alcoholic, chocolate. This is very important introvert time right now. Just all of us on our phones at 10 a.m. taking a break. I took a picture, but this is like the best place we've been to. What do you think, Julia? Bailey was not hungry, but what did you think of the bite you did have?
It was really good. 10 out of 10, recommend.
Love
5
this
stars.
place.
Would actually write a review.
Yeah, this was just like a hole in the wall type place. We weren't planning on it. So good. It doesn't even look real. So we found, it's the Forum of Nerva. And there she is, right there. This was from 2 Sizes. No notes. Our main goal for that day was to find this park, and I'm gonna butcher the name, but it's Villa Doria Pamphilj, I think. I'll put the name and a picture of what park I was looking for, but we could not find it. We walked for hours and ended up just going to grab some lunch and a little limoncello spritz because I was like, it's been one of those days we could not get to our goal, but it was so beautiful to walk around. Brooke and I were just saying, can you imagine growing up here? They don't even know. They don't even know where they're living, these kids. Oh, it's not glass. No, it's...
Oh, the plus.
Almost every other night we decided to stay in, but we wanted one night where we were going out somewhere. We wanted to see Rome at night, go to like a rooftop bar, get a drink, and just hang out as girlies do, you know? So this was the night. We just Googled rooftop bars near us, and this place came up, and it was super close to us. So we went to it, and it was cute. It was called Charlie's, like Charlie's Hotel. Yeah, the vibes were pretty good. It was really small and just intimate. So I highly recommend if you're looking for just a quiet place. We woke up before the sun for a really special day, but it was freezing cold, so we spent an hour just shivering while we waited for the sunrise. But when it did appear, it was so magical to see Rome all pink and orange, and I'm really happy we started our day here at this lookout point before we went to the Vatican. None of us had ever been to the Vatican, and I probably should have done more research about where to enter because we waited in the wrong line, but it was a happy accident because I saw so many beautiful things, and we luckily got there really early, so we were still on time for our appointment. But I also love that we booked a breakfast there as well before we started touring for the day. I wasn't expecting it to be buffet style and in such a beautiful area, so it really made the day that much more special. And we walked through the museums pretty quickly, and while the religious artwork was beautiful, I find that I am more drawn to romantic artwork and nudity, if I'm being honest. So I took so many pictures of the ceilings. I don't think I really looked at all of the artwork on display because I was blown away by the actual buildings. But I do think I would maybe go back one more time and take my time, but I find that I am a little bit more anxious in crowds, and so that was another reason we moved through pretty quickly. There was a lot of people. I mean, it's the Vatican, like of course there's going to be a lot of people, but it still was really special to see everything. Okay, side note though, if I'm being honest, I didn't know the Sistine Chapel was in the building that it's in, and you'll see it coming up, but going into the room to see the Sistine Chapel, I kind of felt like they were herding us like cattle, if that makes sense. Like I was so claustrophobic, and even though it was really cool outside, it was really warm. So this is the Sistine Chapel, right? I'm not supposed to film this, but I did. And it was really beautiful, but honestly, I think we stood there for maybe 5 minutes and we're like, okay, let's go, because there were just so many crowds. So definitely just be prepared for that if you go to the Vatican, that there's going to be a lot of people. But it was still so fun to see everything. Definitely like check off the list, once in a lifetime kind of thing. And then the next day we ended up going to the Borghese Galleria Museum. I think if I had to choose a museum to see, I could only see one museum in Rome, it would be this museum, okay? Like this, it maybe takes like an hour and a half if you're going through quickly. I think it's the perfect amount of time. Perfect artwork. Okay, also a side note though, I should say that Bernini is like my favorite sculptor. So there was a lot of his statues there. And of course I'm getting all up close on all of them. Like I was obsessed with Bernini statues. So I do like that this museum is a little bit smaller, so it feels more manageable. Like you're not overwhelmed. I think with the bigger museums, it tends to be like, okay, like I've seen 5 rooms and they're all really similar. And then you start to kind of get desensitized, but no, like this museum, perfect. It was like the perfect amount of artwork. They had all these different things. They had, the type of art that I love. I love the romantic art. I love looking at the house. The building itself was a work of art. And so I really just enjoy going here. Like I think I would go back to this museum every single time, over and over again. Like it doesn't matter. I was obsessed. So I was taking notes. I was like, okay, add to cart, telling Mike, like, we need to model our future dream home after this because I'm obsessed with everything here. So definitely Borghese Galleria. Gotta go there. Gotta walk through the park. It's just such a vibe. We all woke up not early. We woke up late today. We had plans, and so now we're getting breakfast after the museum. We'll see where this takes us, because I actually have never been to this area before, but there's so many cute dogs over there. I really wish that I showed the before, but we just ate the charcuterie board and it was so good, paired well with the wine. Julia, what did you think?
Absolutely divine.
Now we're gonna get some tiramisu. Very stoked. Test.
One more maybe.
Yes. See? What do you think, Bailey, of the little, what is it, a Twix bar? Like the... It's a Kinder. A Kinder? What do you think of yours? It's delicious. It's good.